Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Am I more valuable than the hair in the shower drain? We're going to get through Matthew chapter 10. We're going to be thinking about our value today. So imagine being acknowledged based on intimate information, real good information, that Jesus can acknowledge you before the Father and say something like, hey, he's with me. I got him. He's mine. He's family. I know this guy. So the point in the story is I am known by God, I am seen by God, I'm valued by God. The question is, do I do the same? This is from Matthew chapter 10. I'm going to start in verse 26. So have no fear of them, for nothing is covered that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. I tell you in the dark, what I tell you in the dark, say in the light. What you hear whispered, proclaim on the housetops. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both the soul and the body in hell. Verse 29, are not two sparrows sold for a penny, and not one of them will fall to the ground apart from your Father? But even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore. You are of more value than many sparrows. So everyone who acknowledges me before men, I will also acknowledge before my Father who is in heaven. But whoever denies me before men, I also will deny before my Father who is in heaven. So one of the points here is, what should I do when God speaks to me? What's been covered is going to be revealed. What's hidden is going to be known. What I told you in the dark, say in the light. What you hear whispered, proclaim. The second point is, what should I be afraid of? He says, have no fear of them. Now, who's them? Well, we read a previous paragraph yesterday, and remember, that talked about wolves who are interested in sheep snacks, being dragged before governors, being delivered to authority structures, delivering you into the courts, and having legal intimidation, physical intimidation, authoritative intimidation, approval intimidation, even familial intimidation. Those kind of people. And he says, don't be afraid of those people. So they do all of this to stop the message. They kill the body outside. Ouch. I'm not saying that doesn't hurt, but they cannot kill the soul. So remember, we have a God with ultimate judgment and incisive insight here, which we're going to see here today. All right, so he starts talking about sparrows. What's the deal with sparrows? So these inconsequential little flitty things, they had a value back then, 2 for a penny. And the Lord says, I see every sparrow when it falls. Maybe it applies to every cricket and every bacteria. I don't know. But God's aware of life itself. And then he even says, well, let's even talk about inanimate things that don't even have life. Let's talk about your hair, the numbering of your hair. So the losing of your hair in the shower drain is a spiritual activity. Did you notice? Well, God did. So when you say, hey, what's my value? Am I more value than, many sparrows? God knows that. Now, I think we get this wrong a lot and say my value is not very much. I'm not noticed by God. I'm not very important to God. And I think that's bad theology and probably a source of a lot of the self-harm that happens in our world. The point is that I am known by God, I am seen by God, and I am valued by God. He says kind of specifically, I see you, I know you, I see you're valuable, and you're more valuable than hair and sparrows. I think by extension you are of more value to God than even the things that we think are of precious value. I was at the zoo the other day and saw mountain lions and snow leopards, and the Lord says, I see you, I value you, but do you value me? I think God's saying, I see you and I value more than lots of mountain lions and a whole busload of snow leopards. So the point is, I see you. Do you see me, says God? Do you acknowledge me, or do you deny me? What would you compare the value of me? God is saying to us. God is asking, am I more value to you than money or fame or beauty or life itself? And if you had to judge what you spent your time on, or what you poured your treasures of attention into, what would I find? Would it be music or sports or health or having no wrinkles or getting rich or having pleasure as soon as you can? The question is God of any worth, and is God of what comparative value to you? He says, I see you, I value you, but you're also saying something to him. I value you too, God, in some sort of a comparative structure. And God is not mocked. Remember in Matthew chapter 7, it said, people at the end say, Lord, didn't we prophesy in your name or cast out demons in your name? And the Lord says to them, I never knew you. So God makes an accurate assessment is the point. He is right and righteous. So the question is, have you made a right judgment towards him? So he values us enough to tell us the truth. I value you. I judge you correctly. I judge you accurately. So here, do you acknowledge me before men? Jesus is saying to these happy people, hey, he's with me. I got him. My sins paid for this guy. Or, and this is an accurate assessment too on some people, I never knew this person. I tried many times. So it says to fear God who is able to wield this accurate judgment. So he's saying fear the right thing, respect the right thing, fear the wrath if necessary, respect the depth of God's vision. So he sees even the passing of sparrows, or maybe even the crickets. And he also sees the important stuff. What have you done with Jesus? What are you doing with Jesus? Like right now, today, and tomorrow. So imagine this fantastic moment where you can be acknowledged based on intimate and accurate information, where Jesus acknowledges us before the Father. And he says, I see that guy. He's with me. I got him. He's trusted in me. He's mine. He's family. I know him. So leave here today. I am known by God. I am seen by God. I am valued by God. And what are you going to do with him? Thanks for listening.